but like you can see. Oh, there you go. Yeah, exactly. This is a perfect example.
Uh-huh. Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite cartoons.
Yeah, me too. I mean, yeah, I love all the Bugs Bunnies.
But this particular one, the one with where he's acting like the manicurist
Oh
for
yeah.
Monster.
Yeah.
So good. I think it's probably one of the first times, and I didn't realize this that I was introduced to a gay character ever, and
Oh,
I didn't know. I mean, when you're a kid, you just think maybe he's using a different voice than normal Bugs Bunny.
yeah, but
But there was a lot of
And it was
lot
made
of
so long ago.
cross dressing. Yeah, it's very interesting. They live most interesting lives, and then he's always cross dressing, and so it's like it's all really gender fluid stuff, even from there. And I didn't realize it was normalizing. It was normalizing queerness, which I didn't appreciate it the way I should have. But
well, we were
I mean,
kids.
yeah, but I guess the other thing too is like I guess it's I think normalizing something versus making fun of it is probably probably in the 40s there was a fine line.
Yeah.
You don't know, like
Definitely
yeah,
in the 40s, yeah. In the
50s
50s.
you were like, yeah, right, exactly.
But they were in movies and stuff, yeah, in those days.
Oh, for sure. No, I mean, I think, but there's definitely there was definitely a component of that. I mean, I follow a YouTube channel where pre 30s there was no code to like follow for, so like pre code movies were like over the place, so and like caused riots and stuff. So that's kind of cool. Oh, riots. They're so cute.
No, that's totally my genre. It's mostly what I watch is 30s and 40s movies.
Oh yeah. Why not?
I love it. I mean, I love it.
Well, there's so many more. There's way more female protagonists in those movies, because that was seen as extremely upsetting to the society at large.
And they're just so clever.
I know. Yeah, and they're sassy. There was so much
sassy
sassiness.
And clever. That's what I love.
Me too.
And the clothes were better.
The clothes were amazing. Always will be.
Are you teaching us something today?
That's always the real question is, will I teach anybody anything? I think that essentially, I've learned that we come in from so many different angles and so many different places that if I set out to learn to teach something, I always leave somebody else out. So I kind of go with the flow of it. If somebody's like, "Oh my gosh,
totally,
I didn't know you could do that," and then they're looking at Leonardo's like, thing that he just spawned in, and then it's like, spawned in this thing. I don't know what it is.
It's really cool.
It was he moved it for a little bit, and then it did something.
I saw the physics turned off and then back on.
Maybe can you throw it? No, you can't throw it. Oh, and it's just standing there. What is it, Leo? What'd you make?
A powerful thing.
Is it the thing from the library, or is there something else?
It's actually got the potty call inside it.
Oh shoot! Wait a minute. So if you go inside of it, then it's a little party inside of the ball?
Yeah.
That's cute.
Call device. I just opened it up and made it into a ball and bouncing around, hitting buttons.
So if I make this bigger, it's funny because I can't really. Oh, what about that? Oh,
Watch the Smokulus.
Oh, yes.
Just hit edit.
Oh, there we go.
oh, nice. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. Cadell, you're muted. If just in case you didn't know. That's cool. Ooh, I love that.
I did not know. Thank you.
You just hit it.
You know, one thing that was weird. I probably need to report it to the devs that in the beta that they're going to be soon releasing or whatever. I pulled in a bunch of stuff that I made with AI because you can make AI give you a rectangular image, which is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I've made a million skyboxes with Blockade Labs. Yeah.
No, I made a 360 video.
Try a different one.
360 video.
Yeah, it's
With
insane.
AI.
So let me see if I can pull it in. I've tried to do this. I've tried to do this a couple of times, and it doesn't. Not everybody can see it at the same time, but that's kind of just the nature of things, isn't it? Oh, Victor's doing something in another world. So yeah, I told it. So I saw somebody do a kind of a side by side video, for your, left and right for your eyeballs. And
like a
I
stereoscope.
was like, well, shoot, I wonder if you could just ask it to do equal rectangular, and if it has a capability of doing that. Oh, whoops, doing that. Oh, whoops.
Well, that makes sense that it would be able to. I'm having a Oh, seriously. Does that music always play when people disappear?
Yeah.
And when they arrive?
I think so.
No.
Yeah. I think so.
I haven't been here in so long, I forgot how everything is.
It's just us. Most of what I've been doing has been I've been messing with Ableton Live.
Wow.
And getting Ableton Live
Okay, cool.
to talk with the with Patch World. But it's kind of hard to demonstrate any of that.
Nothing like getting kicked out of your own workshop to make you feel.
Do you have a world where it's Do you have a world where it's that I can check it out?
I don't have
with
any.
Your Ableton.
Well, it's hard to really showcase because all the sounds are connected to Ableton on my computer, so there's no sound in the world.
That's not too much.
So it's live. It's a live thing that you do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because Ableton is like a DAW, so I'm just using this world as my instrument, basically.
Okay. I have just minimal knowledge of a whole lot of things, so I'm always confused.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very confused in here.
What Ableton is. Yeah.
Yeah, Ableton it's just like a recording software. So,
yeah,
Ableton, FL Studios, Cubase, they're all really basically do the same thing. If you've heard of any of them before.
Yeah.
But there's devices in here that are specifically called Ableton Link.
Okay.
The Live Kit under devices, all of that stuff, it corresponds with getting your MIDI from Patch World to another recording software, like a recording DAW, where you can then choose your VST instruments that you've downloaded from your DAW and play it over your speaker, your computer speakers.
Yeah, like one of the things I like to do is take these vintage plugins, which people have made for these workstations, these audio workstations, and so I can play like these old keyboards that I could never afford. You can always just take them, and then I just have these chintzy ass little, MIDI keyboards, and and basically any keyboard is just you're accessing the sound library of that device, even if some old device that somebody was able to take all the samples from. But what's cool about Patch World and the interfacing of stuff that you can just be moving your arms or taking one of the devices that helps you make a sequence, and here be triggering your computer's sounds and stuff like that, which it's kind of amazing. It's just like a whole new way to make music, because if you're just doing this, and it's like having every single thing be a theremin, but it's like it's controlling any sound that you would ever hope to make. It could be whole soundscapes that you're just moving your arms or moving at different places in the virtual space to, like, you could potentially, like, I've never seen this happen, but I'm wondering if you've ever tried this, Cadell. It would be like to move into different parts of a world. Like, say this box, if I was in a box right now, this box sets off a specific MIDI channel that maybe is going toward an old Roland Juno 106, which is like the Rush, the prog rock kind of keyboard, and I'm playing in here. But then over there, there's another box that if I play that, it's like I'm playing on a Casio, from K Records or something like that, and it's like, but so you can move from one space in the world to get to just change your stuff rather than having to worry about having all the setup. It's just it's more visceral.
Well, the cool thing is like right now, I don't know if you see on your screen, it says Ableton Link disabled, and it says Ableton Link enabled, and Ableton Link connected to peers. One of those is my computer.
Sick.
That doesn't it doesn't even have Patch World running on it whatsoever. It's just on the same network as my headset. So if I right now change on my push, if I change the tempo on my push, it'll change the tempo on my in our world.
So crazy.
So now, so one of the things that we've been trying to do, Cadell, and this is something we have to do some use cases for, is try to make sure that, because in multiplayer, it's one thing to have it work for the solo player. Yeah. There's another thing to sync it up to have it multiplayer. And there's a video that I did with my friend Bees, who lives in Canada. And he was able to make a setup where he could play his keyboard, and I could hear the notes that he's playing.
Yes, that's what on his
keyboard.
At.
On his keyboard. So we've done it. It's possible, and it's actually we actually did kind of a collaborative performance. But he's the guy that has had the most experience in patch to make that happen. And he did a thing where there's a whole world, and it's super resource heavy. So you'll probably crash when you get to it. But he made this whole thing where he set his computer up to just play through different MIDI, sequence stuff, and called it like MIDI radio or whatever. And so you can, in theory, it'll play the MIDI recording pretty decently. And then in patch, you just turn the channel and it'll turn to the next sequence and it'll play that. And because it's not live, it's recorded, I will hear the song that he's got on his computer loaded up to play. So it's a tiny bit convoluted. It's a convoluted thing, but again, it's just like, how do you figure out use cases that will be the most compelling and most interesting, and the least amount of lag with, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Well, I'm not really seeing what you're seeing. Those kind of problems come up all the time. So,
well, it'd be really cool if I could have a program.
We were messing around with something, and Humanity was playing this keyboard and it was coming through.
Was that right?
Yeah.
And you heard it. That's so great.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's
And
awesome.
humanity is another. So yeah, so it does work. It's just, I mean, I think that being in multiplayer always adds in an extra level of like randomness.
Right.
Like, is it, what are we all seeing? And I think that, I mean, that makes perfect sense because, we're all at different places. I assume we're all in the US or Canada or that area. But there's enough lag when you're bringing in somebody from Europe that makes it almost not workable unless something's sequenced. And I think that's why there's not as much, you don't see as much multiplayer music things because they haven't figured out the lag there. But like, DJ Patchy does, jams every week usually. And he's just like throwing caution to the wind. He just is like, I'm ready. Let's just do this. And a lot of it has to do with just being able to use devices that don't necessarily play notes, but they're playing, they're kind of, they're changing parameters of things, which, that works. But there was this one newer musical interface that he made when we made. You weren't ever in those like kind of town hall drum things. I don't remember if I saw you in those, but there was a thing that DJ Patchy made that was a drum. It's a new drum kind of interface that we all kind of decided, oh yeah, this is actually a really good interface for doing, just about anything you want to do. And let me see if I can find it real quick. I know it's always one of those. Where is it?
In here?
Well, it's not. That's the thing. It's not. He hasn't. I don't think he's published it yet. So I'm looking through my vast 2.5 years of saving devices and it's. Yeah, it's
you know what I got for the Black Friday sale? I got a thing that connects to your whatever keyboard, your MIDI thing. Because I have an Akai Pro thing that I hardly have ever used.
No,
that's not what I got. That's what I already had. What I got is a thing that you plug into it, and then you connect little sensors to your plants, and then you can play music by touching the leaves.
That's
I'm
awesome.
so excited. It hasn't got here yet, but I'm so excited to get it.
It's been around a while.
Yes, for sure. I had a friend that did a master's in that 20 years ago, but this is like my first time getting it. And it's also shaped like a plant cell, which is super cool.
I love that.
Like the device itself.
That's so cool. I love that. There was, and then around that same time frame, there was this thing called make key, and it's basically creating any closed circuit sends a keystroke to your keyboard. So like if you have, if one of your hands is touching the device or touching an alligator clip to it, and then and somebody else is holding one too, all you have to do is give a high five, and it sends a keyboard letter to your laptop. So people were doing things like making video games, because if you play a video game, a lot of them are just playing, hitting your arrow keys. Well, people assigned arrow keys to different people. So like if I was like in a room with 3 other people, and I was like going, okay, we need to go up, I would high five one person, and they were the up person.
Wow.
And it would complete the circuit, and that would send the up button to the keyboard. And so we're like, oh, we're playing Pac-Man or something like that. It's like up, no, up, and then the right, up, left, up, and right. Oh, so and that's such a cool.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a cool way to just engage.
Yeah, it's like human intense, and you're hitting each other.
Yeah, and you're running away. No, and you're slapping everybody. Oh God, no. Oh. It's true. Yeah, those closed circuits things, those are so cool. Yeah.
Sounds like it can get dangerous.
Yeah, I got so geeked out on those things is that I was trying to find stuff like, because
twist it, hit it, bop it.
I bopped this guy. I bopped this guy last night playing Pac-Man. Yeah. But there's conductive paint too, so you can draw a picture with this paint, and it will conduct electricity. So the same similar thing, you could draw a paper keyboard for a kid, right, in this ink, and they could touch the note, and the note would send the actual note to the computer. So similarly, like if I made an interface in my classroom, we're like, okay, guys, here's the piano, and then throw it down on the floor. And not worried about anything, and it's just this flat thing, and it's changing Patch World. It's changing. It could potentially change, everything they're seeing around them. Yeah, right. It's like only when people see stuff that crazy will it be like, oh, just like when you saw the ad for the plant thing, you're like, my plants can play music, sign me up. Just take my money. Yeah.
And you don't have to touch them. You just put your hand near them and it changes the sound.
I love that. I love that so much. Because they change. Because what they
feel your presence and your proximity. That's what's interesting to me, I think, more the living part of it. Though I like all that other stuff too. And they also sell ones that you can, attach it to a banana or whatever. And they sell ones that I'll send you the link. You might like this. This organization is really, really neat.
Oh, I will. I'm all about the crazy science music stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so is there anything that people are like, oh, I just made this thing and I'd love to show you kind of situation, or whether it's a world or a device that we all kind of pretty much know that'll work in multiplayer, or are we content to have conversations, or what? Because as I told Pearl earlier, the workshops are more just an excuse to see everybody weekly, because I get lonely. But the other thing is, if people know that, like, oh, I'll just bring that up at the next workshop, it's always good to just have something.
Not me.
And it's also I've noticed too. It's like people will be like, oh, I'm working on the device. I'm gonna have it done in time for the workshop. So if you didn't have the workshop, it's kind of like having something that people are knowing that could be a shared thing. Then people have it's like I used to run a concert venue. It's like when you have a stage, people go, oh, I want to be on that stage, so I'm going to join a band to be on that stage. But if you never had the stage, then people wouldn't really need to. So sometimes the ends justifies the means, or whatever.
Well, one day I'll have a world that I want to show. Not yet.
Yeah, I've kind of stalled out on my puppet making stuff because I feel like I went as far as I wanted to go. I don't know if you ever saw any of the puppet stuff that I did, but we got into a place where, I mean, Leo and I did so much stuff with puppets, and Leo figured out this thing where if you just use a listener block and a bubble maker, you can use that to move anything. So if puppets are only just a moving jaw, pretty much, then it's like, oh, well, then you're done. You're done. Just talk into a bubble, have the listener block plugged into the jaw of your puppet, and that's it. And I remember 2.5 years ago asking, DJ Patchy, I'm like, oh, I really want to do this, and he was showing me this convoluted thing that I couldn't understand.
Yeah, that's like most things for me.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, and for me, I had figured out this is what I want to do, and he was like, oh, well, you can do that any number of ways, and I didn't have the words yet to be able to say, I just want the sound that my voice makes to move this shape. And that's all it is. And then he could have been like, oh, well, then just take this. There it is. Yeah. But Leo got it working where you could do two different bubbles, put them in two different bubble players, and they make two different puppets, talk to each other. And then he had a whole bunch of added things that make the puppets a little bit more like lifelike, like moving the head around or the eyes or he has a whole there's a whole blinking apparatus that just is kind of like it just randomly blinks, so you're like, oh,
nice.
That's really cool.
Is there worlds where that's being shown?
I was gonna take us there if you guys are into it.
I want to go.
It's kind of old school. It's old school in terms of what we've Leo's been working on, but it's like I can't get enough of this stuff. So let me find it. It's well, I also have, if you look through my my shared worlds, I do have a puppets and patch world thing where you can just go to all the different puppet places. But this is the one. Yeah, this is a good one here. I'll be there in a second.
What's that? So then we go in there.
Yeah, you don't want to go. You don't want to fall through the bubbles because it'll send you to a
Don't fall
different
through the
instance.
bubbles. Okay.
Oh, will it?
So just look
wait
at the
till you
menu.
open it. Here
Look
he
at
is.
the menu.
Mo and Schmuck.
Oh, okay.
Mushmuck. Yep.
Hello. I know you're having trouble conceiving of what I'm talking about, but come on. Make a little bit more. Don't make me do all the labor here.
I don't know what you're worried about. Doing the best I can with what I have, the faculties I've been given. I mean, come on. Give me a little credit here.
We don't have to fight about this. I guess I'm getting a little lonely. I need some companionship, and sometimes I'm spinning my wheels, and I maybe need somebody else to take the reins, the wheel reins. I know you're having trouble conceiving of what I'm talking about, but come on.
I mean, the expressions are my favorite. Just like
So good.
All the labor.
yeah, I mean, it is my performance.
Worried about
It's Leo's like
doing
eyebrows and like the eye rolls and stuff that really make the whole thing work. Because it's like
Yeah.
but the rolled eyes. He's just like exasperated. The perfect exasperation face. Like,
We don't have to fight about this. I guess
okay, here we go.
getting a little lonely, and I need
So if you go to edit mode, you'll see like all the inner workings of
I'm spinning my
the,
wheels, and I maybe need somebody else to take
of
How
the
do I
stuff
the
inside.
reins. The wheel.
You
wheel
go
reins.
to your
I know you're having trouble
your
conceiving
not
of
the
what I'm
where you
talking about,
go to your
but
library, but
come
you open your
make a little bit more. Don't make me
you
do
look
all the labor here.
the one that's not
I don't know
the
what
three
you're
lines.
Oh.
That
worried
you
about.
press the thing under there, and then you go to you
the best
slide
I
up to
can
where it says edit
with what
mode.
I have,
Mhm.
the faculties I've
I
been
just forgot.
given.
Ooh, whoa.
I mean,
Come back
Come
over
on.
here. You'll see all the different
things
that he's
Wow.
connected to.
We don't have to fight about this.
I
Whoa.
don't think I could ever do
Getting a
anything
little
like
lonely, and
that.
I need some companionship, and
But that's
and
okay.
I feel like sometimes I'm spinning my wheels,
Hey,
and
Keelan.
It's
Maybe
so
somebody else to
complicated.
take the reins.
So
the
cool.
Wheel reins.
Take
Emma,
time.
I
So
know
one of the things that
conceiving
is
of
cool,
what I'm talking
um,
about, but come on.
this whole world, if you save it for yourself, you can
Don't
easily
do all the labor here.
chord
I don't know what
and bring
worried
the
about.
bubbles over
I'm
to the
doing
the players
best I
here,
can
and you make
with
your
what I
own little.
have, the
I am. We don't have to fight about this. I guess I'm getting a little lonely, and I need some companionship. And
Any bubbles that have any
I feel like sometimes
performance on here, it
I'm spinning my wheels,
changes the
need
whole
somebody
thing.
I know you're having trouble conceiving
It's
of
so it's
what I'm talking
it's so
about. But
interesting.
come on,
It's almost
let's make it a little
biological
more.
looking. The setup.
That's
Don't make me do
and
like
that's
all
and
the
that's
labor.
it. It's like
Yeah, it's 1:15. Why?
so the bubbles themselves, are just performances, but you have the first comment, and then the response, and then the response to the response. That's it. Those three things. But then all of this stuff down here is how information from these bubble players get translated into things like your eyes, the head, the mouth, the brows, and all, and those are all things that can be changed. But and then if you want to get into the real nitty gritty, you can go into, these are all groups, so like you have this thing, but then there's extra stuff in here too. So like if I went in here and I ungrouped this or opened that, you'll get to see what else goes into that. That's a whole other.
Whoa.
You see, so it's like,
like the head.
yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Just the head itself. So that's the thing, is like when you start to build like all of the different things, you want to keep everything together, and yeah, it gets pretty complicated. I mean, even if you do one group of two shapes together, right? But then you want them to move at the same time, then you have to make another group if you want to move the head all together. So I think that might be like, if for people that are like just kind of like, how do you even get started on something like this? I think what I would tell them, would be to like take a shape and just kind of get yourself into a place where you're getting used to kind of the grouping of shapes together. Like spawn a shape and then copy that shape and then select both of them and then group them. And now you can move two of them together. So if I had say something that was just a block that turned, or just turned like a rotor, or actually, no, yeah, the rails and rotors are really what are the most important things for puppets, it seems. Did I lose you?
I want to hear exactly what you're saying. I want to hear exactly what you're talking about right now, but my battery is saying it's going to die. So if I disappear,
okay, no problem. So, but like, for instance, like if I have this on a rail does this. A rail just moves the shapes on like back and forth, right? So if I had something that regulates that, or even just records it, or just automates it, then you can start saying, oh, okay, so I can make the eyes do this, or I can make this dance around. And there have been things that have been made in patch that automate the stuff. Like, for instance, this is a jolt looper. Watch. So it just took what my live performance and changed it to information that the rail picks up. But also, what's cool, what would be cool is also you can take this same group, and it can also move. It can also move the. Oh, I don't even. Yeah, I didn't even think that it would override. Weird. Okay, well, that's good to know. But
hook the rotor to the.
Hook the rotor to the rail. That's right. That's right. So then you take the rotor. Yeah, there you go, like that, exactly. So like if I do the rotor to the rail, now I can be like but it's still not changing the rotation of the rotor. But yeah, so like you start breaking down like, oh, shapes get moved around when you send pulses or ooh, there you go. Yeah. So a lot of if you'll find that when you put the rotor down at the bottom, that's if you want to get rotation, that's how you get the rotation is. So like for instance, watch. If I change this, you'll see depending on how you move your asset.
Mm-hmm.
You could actually, if you have it this way, sideways, for instance, right, and then you do that, it's going to have that kind of movement.
Okay, cool.
So it's based on how it's oriented to the rotor itself.
Cool.
Yeah. So like again, like if you wanted just to have like any shape or any asset, on this kind of thing, but you want to automate it, you can use something like a listener block, which is really important when it's like, oh, this sound is making this jolt register this amount, but you won't ever know that until you plug it into, say, for instance, like a bubble player. That's why this bubble player is plugged into over here. Like when you have this bubble player plugged into here, it's sending the information from the bubble. I mean, you would be able to see it if you were able to. I don't want to break this, but like for instance, take this. If you take this and you plug that into a readout, you'll see exactly how information is coming out of the bubble. Right here. Check this out. You plug this into here, press the bubble. See? It's giving a certain amount of jolt, or it's stream in this case. So yeah, those are the kinds of things that.
Yeah, it's 1:15. Why?
Yeah, and when you move those around, it changes kind of the parameter of how it responds. So like you might decide, oh, I don't want the eyes to do so much movement, so keep it pretty low, Or if you want it to be like really extreme and the eyes roll to the back of the head, then you turn the range up a tiny bit. So yeah, I mean, like again, just when you study these kind of on a micro level, then you can kind of like, oh, this is why this needs to go in this order or whatever. And then when you're Leo, then you also then find yourself just making up devices, creating devices. Like this is a you haven't even published this. The auto twitch.
Yeah, just made a big moment.
So yeah, exactly. But what I love about you is that you'll take something that's just like you're going to do it over and over again. So what you want to do, so you have the idea of like, well, I'll just make it into something and name it, and it's like, and then package it like and like I would never think to go like, well, I need to put a box around it so it looks nice or whatever. But it's like it's exactly what you do. So I think it's awesome. But it's this thing, it's this magical thing that really gets. It makes it so the head kind of goes like, it like it gives it a more human expression. Yeah, that's super cool. Well, hey friends, I gotta head out. I'm teaching a class in a little bit, and I got duty that I gotta go to. But it's been good to hang out.
It's been good to hang out, buddy.
Yeah, yo.
Yo.
See you guys later, you jerks.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
See you next time.
Okay, bye.